Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Universal Studios Hollywood. Today we're going to be taking a look at all of the updates inside of the theme park. I just want to apologize in advance if I have any voice cracks throughout this video. I was at a Drake and 21 Savage concert last night, and I had a blast. I was screaming every lyric to every song. So if my voice cracks, don't worry about it. It's only going to be for probably today's video. But anyways, I'm so excited to enter the park. It's been a whole day since we haven't been here. I'm sure we have a ton of updates to look at, so let's get rolling. So I know they removed the Five Nights at Freddy's posters towards the lower lot, or walking down the lower lot, but they still have one remaining over here. I'm really happy to see that. Hopefully one of these days in the future, we could get a FNAF haunted house for Halloween Horror Nights. And they also have Exorcist Believer promoted. This is so exciting. So today I'm also here with some friends. I brought my friend Macaw and Alyssa. Actually, it's the other way around. They brought me. But are you guys excited for Halloween Horror Nights?
Very much so. Counting down the days.
What haunted house are you most excited for?
Stranger Things and Chucky.
How about you, Macaw?
I'm least excited for Chucky, but probably Stranger Things.
Okay, all right. So off camera, Macaw said he's least excited for Chucky because you're terrified of Chucky.
Yep.
So that's a good thing. And we're greeted with Chucky right over here. They have a bunch of good guy doll boxes. There's a little photo op, I want to say. I don't think it's a part of the main scare zone. Very interesting. I thought they would be putting something similar in Lumley Court. What happened? Oh, there's speakers inside? Oh, nice. Oh, wow, okay. No, it looks like Scrim. I think they used this last year, if I'm not wrong. And the photo op would have like something inside, and then maybe it'll move. But I thought they would put the Chucky photo op in Lumley Court. So that's a little surprising. I think it makes up for not having too many scare zone props. Like, we don't usually get that many. Normally they limit it around the fire towers. They don't really put fog in the park. So hopefully this year things are different. So they finished installing all the lighting up here. They added some Source Force, some moving spotlights on top of Hollywood and Dine. By the way, this will be a Chucky themed barbecue. They'll have hot Nashville popcorn chicken. They'll have mac and cheese or pulled pork mac and cheese. They haven't announced the full menu quite yet, but I'm more excited for this restaurant over here. So Macaw, her Chucky barbecue is freaking out right now, but I'm super excited for this one. Over here in Lumley Court, this is where they're gonna have a lot of photo ops. I'd imagine this is where you can find maybe Chucky to take a picture with, or maybe even La Llorona and the Bride of Frankenstein. But they just installed some new lights over here. They added red gels on top of the lights that already exist inside of the fountain. I know this is such a minor detail, but whenever I film my updates, I look for minor details to talk about, whether it be a new trash can or just some red gel lights on top of lighting. Oh yeah, there is some electrical back there. Oh yeah, you're right. There is some lighting over here as well. I didn't even notice that. I bet this area is gonna look stunning though. Oh my goodness. Already presented with a ton of theme props in this scare zone. They still haven't announced what the scare zone is going to be, which I'm a little surprised over. They haven't announced the scare zones. They haven't announced the show. Murdy did confirm we're getting a show, but he hasn't announced anything. By the way, the daytime guests are loving this. I see a bunch of people just walking up and taking pictures with this thing. I love the Yeti. This is obviously a reused prop. They've been bringing it back over the years, but it's good to see it back. They added some blood on its hands and some blood around its mouth. And I mean, honestly, just looking at the toys, the walls over there, I think this scare zone will be called Toys or Dolls with a Z. I don't know. And then they also have this guy over here. I believe this used to be Hulk in front of the Marvel store. That's where the former Production Central was located. And they painted it blue. This was also used in Urban Inferno. It used to be red. But yeah, I'm so excited. I don't know what this is, like a little drummer boy, I would say. But again, a ton of dolls and plushies around it as well. Oh, I just noticed these bones. Oh, wow. and the skeletons. Oh, I didn't notice that. That's crazy. Looks like Street Sweep just popped up behind us as well. I feel like they need to change the songs. You can hide. Hey. Woo. You can hide. Do the single leg, do the single leg. I kind of like that this area is under construction because it kind of makes the area smaller, more compressed. And I feel like less is more because if you add props like this in the area, it makes it seem a lot more full. Speaking of which, we don't know what's behind these curtains, but there are some very spooky dolls. Very, very spooky dolls.
It's eating a doll's head.
Oh, that's gross. Oh, look at that doll over there. That's so scary. Oh my gosh. But the scariest thing in this area right now is Shrek. Hi, Shrek. Roar. Do the roar. Do it. I love you, Daddy. King Julian. I love you, King Julian. So the plaza is still closed off, but it looks like they added a lot more decorations in the area. They have that 12-foot Lowe's skeleton or Home Depot skeleton. I love that. I love that. I want like 10 of those. They have 2 of them. There's one painted in red. By the way, they did an amazing job painting this. It looks beautiful. They have one on the other side as well. Let's try to get another view of that. And before we continue, Macaw has something to say.
They're still advertising Fast X 3 months after it came out.
There it is, right there. That's so nice. They did such a good job painting this. I was so distracted with all the props around. Alyssa mentioned that I forgot to mention this little bar over here, this little rig, and that's what holds up the fire spews for the fire towers. Oh wow, look at that. From the front, it looks gorgeous. They have like 2 giant skulls inside of that little carriage as well. I wish we could get the Bonesy brothers back. I don't know if they'll ever bring them back. Maybe in the future, but probably not this year. I miss hearing the regular plaza music. The Fast and Furious music got really tiring. I will say, the 2 haunted houses located in this area are my most anticipated haunted houses. Obviously, we have Monstros, the Monsters of Latin America, and so amazed that actually hasn't been talked about that much, being Evil Dead Rise. And with that, I actually have nothing to say about it because Murdy hasn't really talked much about that haunted house. It's kind of a silent killer, if you may. I'm just excited to see how they pull it off. I'm sure the sets will be very, very similar to Horror Hotel. Because if you watch the trailer, if you've seen Evil Dead Rise, a lot of scenes are very, very similar to Horror Hotel. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but... Oh, wait, look at this. Christmas lights. It's a little early for that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What? Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? I take everything I said back earlier in this video. They're going hard with the decorations here. Look at these mummies, skeleton mummies. Oh my, they basically took the Home Depot mummies. You can see it's the Home Depot mummies because it has those little eyes that light up. But I don't know if they're gonna light them up for the scare zone. But they took those, detailed it. It looks like they put a little coat of, what could this be? A little primer on it. They distressed it. I don't know what these little things are here. Maybe it's just to support it. Yeah, they're a little wobbly. But oh my gosh, they did such a good job. I don't know what this is here. They probably took hot glue. But I love it. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. And they're everywhere. They did a phenomenal job with this. And oh, the Bonesy Brothers might be inside of here. I don't know if they're gonna open the doors to this, but this is usually where you would find the Bonesy Brothers. This is their little cart. The camera's not facing me right now, but I have the biggest smile on my face right now. I'm so happy. I'm so happy we're getting all these decorations. Something we haven't really received in a long time. And there's just so many. There's so many of these. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. They're going so hard on the decorations this year. These are so spooky looking. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. I was not expecting them to do decorations like this. This is so good.
Every skeleton piece.
No, the gargoyle is gone. So for a little bit of context, every year, well maybe for the past like 2 years, they brought this gargoyle back that said Minion Cafe this way. But this year, they decided to retire. Maybe it'll come back, but they decided to retire the gargoyle, and they just replaced it with this little sign, which is fine. It's fitting. It's fitting for the area, but we miss that iconic gargoyle.
Okay, I have a theory, speculation, if you will. There's different ones like this that have like legs for the skeletons. And then there's some that have wheels like over there. I feel like they're gonna bring the skeletons out
and just have them in like the middle of the scare zone.
John Murdy said at Midsummer Scream that he was gonna have a skeleton guy scare zone. And so when he brings them out, then maybe it'll like disperse, like.
Yeah, you're right. And Alyssa might be right here. They've actually done that in the past, especially with these like little boxed screens and scare zones. What they would do is they would push them out so they're facing towards the middle. So as soon as you walk out of this haunted house, you're just presented with a bunch of scare zone props and stuff. It makes it seem a little more full at nighttime. But yeah, there's some wheels on these skeletons over here, or mummies. I don't know what they are. I'm pretty sure they're mummies. And it would make sense for them to wheel them out. But there's just so many of these. I love it. I'm so happy right now. And it continues. And it continues. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy. Here's the last skeleton. Yeah, this scare zone is going to be amazing. I can't wait. Also looking at Minion Cafe, I talked about this in the last update, but in case you missed it, they switched out all the vinyls back to the Halloween posters, vinyls, whatever you want to call them. But it's nice. I like it. I hope they do bring a special Halloween item or a Halloween menu over here at Minion Cafe. I feel like they treat this restaurant as a big deal. I mean, they even have a sign that says Minion Cafe this way. So I don't see why not. Not necessarily for Halloween Horror Nights, but one character I would love to see again is Frankenbob. They didn't bring Frankenbob out at all last year, so hopefully this year we could see Frankenbob. Take a look at this. They have a ginormous Five Nights at Freddy's poster along the side of Jurassic World The Ride. Not too many updates since the last time we were here. I believe they just started construction once again today. They had to wait for the soil to dry out after our tropical storm. But they're hard at work. They're hard at work right now. Some of the soil is still wet. If you could see over here, this thin layer on top is wet still. I don't think they can dig down quite yet over here, but they started down towards the bottom of the hill. There's still a few more trees for them to remove as well. So this is kind of your last look on those trees. I'd imagine by the next time we're here, the gardeners will start removing all the trees. It's almost unbelievable that we're getting a roller coaster here, but it's happening. It's happening. They're hard at work. This is my very first time seeing a roller coaster being built from the ground up. I don't really cover Six Flags as much as I'd like to. This is going to be my first time seeing a coaster being built from the ground up officially. I'm sure they'll start work on the supports and everything a little later on. I've mentioned this in almost every single update now, but once they're done with whatever they need to do over there, whether it be removing the basement, I don't know if it's gone already, we can't really see it from here, but removing the basement, removing all of this stuff. Once they're done with whatever they have to do over there, they'll start pouring in new rebar, new foundation, new pavement, whatever they need to do. And then as soon as they start going vertical with the building there, I'm assuming it'll transpire out to the rest of the area where they'll start pouring in supports, and then we'll start seeing some coaster track. Speaking of which, where is the coaster track? I'd imagine it's on location right now, but we actually have no idea. We haven't seen the coaster track at all. We don't know what it looks like. We actually don't even know who's manufacturing the roller coaster. A lot of you guys are saying that it might be Intamin, it might be B&M. It's gonna be really interesting. I'd like Intamin or Premier Rides to manufacture our coasters. Maybe Premier Rides. Velocicoaster was made by Intamin, so if they're going for a similar like launch style ride, we still don't know what the coaster is gonna be. They haven't announced anything. They haven't dropped any official concept art, so it's kind of hard to say right now. All I gotta say is this park is up to big things, literally and figuratively. Also want to talk about Orlando's event a little bit because I'll be attending Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights next week. Next Friday I will be flying out, or next Thursday I'll be flying out to Florida. I'm just so excited to go there, but I want to talk a little bit about their event. Their event is connected in all ways possible. Throughout each haunted house, throughout each scare zone, they have lore behind the event. And the story is Dr. Oddfellow runs this ginormous circus, and there's different freaks from his circus. There's Jack the Clown, there's Chance, and what I really like about their event is everything is connected back to Dr. Oddfellow. And throughout this year's event, whether you be in a maze or a scare zone, if you see someone with like a scratch on their eye, Melissa was saying, that might be Dr. Oddfellow.
So jealous.
Because he can shapeshift, he can turn into whatever he wants to turn into. He's immortal, and same with Jack the Clown. So we'll probably see Jack the Clown again this year at this year's event. Only reason I bring that up is Horror Nights Hollywood is turning into a bigger event. It's getting more popular. It's time we introduce some lore. We need icons, if you may.
We need our own icons. I think it's time that with John Murdy and how he's talking about Monstros and how much he's putting into that, I think we need some of our own icons.
We have Hollywood Harry, so if they could turn Hollywood Harry into our icon where he makes a return somehow every single year. Yeah. Oh yeah, a Hollywood Harry shirt would be cool too. But if they can somehow turn Hollywood Harry into our icon at the Hollywood Park, this place would be amazing. Because then there will be a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know the word I'm looking for. It's at the top of my head, but like, it'll add that feeling that the worth, these mazes or scare zones have worth to them. And you won't forget about those scare zones. Because it's just a part of the overarching story of Halloween Horror Nights. Alright, so I decided to come and eat at Minion Cafe because we were just talking about it so much. I kind of gained the appetite for the iconic mac and cheese. The bacon ranch, wait, what did I say? The bacon ranch chicken mac and cheese. I don't know what it's called. The number 3 on the menu. Anyways, all I gotta say is I think the portion got small. It's pretty light. Which I guess it's fine, but the price is a little more expensive. It used to be like $13, then they raised the price to $15. But with your annual pass discount, it goes back to like $14. So to eat, we came up to Krusty Burger because it's air conditioned. Macaw also got the mac and cheese. Alyssa got a side salad and some chicken tenders. But what I do with my mac and cheese is if it's a little dry, I would mix in a little bit of mayonnaise. I'd put Parmesan cheese on top, I'm like a chef. If something doesn't taste good, I'll make it taste good. All right, we're now on the studio tour. You guys ready? We're gonna take a look at some of the updates on the studio tour, of course, for Halloween Horror Nights. I'm so ready. Starting off over here, we have Holidays in Hell. It's gonna be located right over here. It's kind of weird how they have a picket fence, so I don't know why they have that. I wonder where they're gonna put Exorcist. Murdy tweeted it out, but I honestly can't find the soundstage that it's gonna be located in. Earthquake is still closed. No opening date yet. No reopening date. Based on everything, it looks like another few months, like maybe next year. This is such an old attraction. These older attractions need extensive refurbishments, and they're actively working on it, but I feel like they might be changing like the system that moves the tram around and stuff, because it's technically an elevator. You go in, you're at the top level, and then you drop down. I don't know what they're gonna be doing, but I'm excited to see the refurbishment. Alright, and we have a few updates on Exterminators. Take a look at this. They painted this entire facade black, and this one white. I'm assuming they're gonna put some graphics on top. That would make sense. The Terror Tram is another attraction during Horror Nights that doesn't really get too many props. And I'm actually surprised that they don't actually have any props right now over here on Terror Tram. They set up all the lighting and stuff, but it's always the same every year. Just picket fences. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe this year will be different. They've definitely proved themselves wrong with the scare zone upstairs. Very proud of them. But we'll see what happens with Terror Tram. I hope it doesn't get the short end of the stick. They already have all the lights and speakers set up though. Still no props up here. They did bring back those picket fences. They set up the barriers as well. The barricades. Holy smokes. Whoa. It looks like they're building a maze. I think we're gonna walk through a maze. A part of the Terror Tram. Holy cow. I really hope so. Oh my gosh. But then there's this path over here. We'll see what happens. I really hope so. That'd be awesome. And they set up little soundproof walls over here. They set up lighting already over in Jupiter's Claim. I don't really understand the theme of the Terror Tram, if it's going from Exterminators to Us/Nope. Not too consistent, but I'm not complaining. Although lighting over here is set up as well. This is where you're going to be boarding the tram once again to head back to the park.
So I'm taking the time out of your day, coming down here, spending some with us on the tour and to our annual tour.
Really quick, this is the first time I've seen representation of the new logo inside of the park. They have it here, but these older ones they haven't switched up yet. All right, and that'll wrap up everything for today's video. We're gonna be back tomorrow to cover some more updates, so stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Tomorrow as well, we'll be going to Knott's Scary Farm or Knott's Berry Farm for their Scary Farm announcement event. We're gonna try food, we're gonna see a scare zone, and so much more. I'm so excited for that. So I'll be there tomorrow night. So I'll have that video up by Friday morning. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. I'm JP, that's Alyssa, that's Maka. How we seen the movies? That's a wrap. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.